Hello, hello, hello. Yes, zu-wii-mama is back, and we got again another tutorial for you today, and we've gone with the Evoker. Now, this one was a fairly simple, straightforward, run-of-the-mill sort of build, so yeah, it wasn't too challenging. I did sort of, I mean, when you see the hands, you'll see what I mean, but I did two sort of variations of the mob. I did the one where he's like sort of stood there with his arms folded across his chest, and then I've also gone with the other one where he's actually doing his enchantment or his, you know, magic, and he's got his arms up in the air. So as you can see, here we go on the left, and I did some little swirly whirly bits just to give it a bit more of an effect. But it didn't turn out too bad. I quite like the yellow one there, and I've gone with a bit of black terracotta as well, rather than pure black. I think it just has a nice little touch to it as well. But yeah, I mean, if you can do the arms any better, then so be it. I'll actually go through it with you a bit later on. But yeah, let's get on to the colours for now, shall we? Okay, so we have actually got some purple concrete. I don't know why I punched that out of the way, but we've got some purple concrete, some purple stained glass, some snow blocks, some clay. We've got some cyan terracotta, grey concrete, black concrete, cyan concrete, black terracotta, yellow concrete, and some yellow wool. So that's all the blocks you'll be needing for today. So let's kick things off. We're going to go all the way across by 8 and then back by 4. So it's an 8x4 rectangular box, let's say. And my block placement is very bad here, so I apologise for that. We don't need them. There we go. And we're going to go up by 2. So we're going to go 2 all the way around again. And if you've done a lot of my mob builds, you sort of know this how most of the mobs sort of start in this sort of process. And then we're going to go with cyan terracotta. We're going to go up by 2. And then we're not going all the way around with this one, all right? So we're just going to do the front part. And then we're going to go the side as well. So that one's going to go up by 2. And then we're going to bring it across all the way around the top like so. So we're going to leave like a 1 block gap. And do the same on this side as well. And then we're going to go light grey concrete all the way around as well. Okay, looking good so far, and once you've just finished that bit off, we're going to now go on to grey concrete, and again, we're going to go up 2 high. So from the front, we're going to go all the way round. It doesn't matter where you start, really. You're going to go 2 high with the grey all the way round, okay? So you should have summer looking a little bit like this so far. So far, so good, okay? So that's the easy part. We've just made a big rectangle with a couple of different colours on it. So, yeah. Okay, so remember, we're not anything blue, you're not building really. I'm just going to show you what we're doing. So we're going to come out by 1 from the front, and then we're going to go all the way round by 1. So this is where we're building from, okay? So like I said, you don't need to use blue. I'm just sort of marking out what we're doing and where we're going, okay? So come out by 1 all the way round. And then what we're going to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we go, so 10. And we're going to do this sort of first part of the pattern. So as you can see, we've done, so really all you need to focus on here is go 10 high, and you need to just focus on the yellow strip, because guess what? All the way round, we've just got black terracotta. So it's black terracotta all the way around it. So all you need to do is, like I said, make sure that yellow strip down the middle is as it is, right? And then what we're going to do is, I'm just going to mark that off so you don't get confused. We're going to go up from here by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like so. And we're going to do the second part of the build. So again, it's just really from the blue bits that have marked at the bottom and then up. And I've just realised on the yellow sections, you can see there's a like sort of a dark yellow patch. That's actually yellow terracotta. I've been such a numpty, and I didn't even mention that when we went through the colours earlier. So you do actually need yellow terracotta, yellow concrete, and yellow wool for this build, right? So I do apologise. It does happen, believe it or not, every now and then, because errors are easily made, okay? So I'm not perfect, I must admit. So, but yeah. So again, we're just focusing on the yellow parts around the top of the build here. I'm not going to sort of do any pause sections, because I think I've gone slow enough for you to sort of see what's going on, all right? Okay. Now, here we go. Gets to the sort of head part. So what we're going to do, see this blue line? We're going to come out by 1, overhang, and we're going to go across by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go all the way to the back of the build and then overhang it by 1 again, okay? So you should be overhanging the front and the back by 1, and it should be 8 across, okay? So there we go, simple so far. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 high. Okay, so here we go. Let's get this guy's face on. Boom. There we go. Okay, so remember, you don't need to do that blue section there because we're actually going to be placing his nose on there very shortly. But I'm just going to show you, if you start from this section here, so from this green cyan terracotta, there's 3 high there. If you start from that point, everything should fall into place. Right, now we're going to come onto the nose. So we're going to come from that blue section and we're going to come out by 2 and then go down by 4. So it's a 2 by 4 sort of rectangle, and that's his big, funny, odd-looking shaped nose, all right? So there we go. I just want to sort of point out that we're actually just building 6 blocks. So there you go. That's 6 blocks really for the, well, 6 blocks high, should I say, for the face part, and the rest is all just clay all the way around. So it's really straightforward, and it's nice compact sort of faces as faces go. So there we go. I'm just showing you nice little detour all the way around. And this is where it gets interesting because we're actually going to be doing the arms. And like I said, there's 2 variations of the arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the folding arms first. So what we're going to do is the blue section built earlier, we're going to take out that end there. And we're also going to take out this bottom row here. So you should be 2 blocks gap from the back, and we're going to start building from that point there. And we're going to come out by 3. And then we're going to come all the way across to the end of the build. So 4 all the way across and then out by 3. Does that make sense? And all we're going to do is then wrap this all the way around like so. And that should be in line with the front of the body, and there should be a 2 block gap from the back. Okay, so now we're going to get on the other color just to make things easier for you. So these 2 blocks we're going to start with. So just imagine there's another rectangle box that we just built, and we're going to come out by 2 all the way from there. And again, we're repeating the process, okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then out all the way across by 4, okay? Does that make sense? So it should be 3 deep and 4 lengthways. There we go. Okay, and then what we're going to do is going to get out the blue again just to make things easier and show you the next part of the build. So again, we've got to imagine that we're going to build another rectangle here, like so, by 4, and then we're going to come down, 1, 2, so it's 3 long and then out by 4. There we go. Does that make sense? And then what we can do is we can link this all the way up to the other side of the arm. So we'll just finish this little bit off here. And don't forget, obviously you're not doing it in blue and pink. Don't be silly. You're doing it in the black terracotta. But I'm just purely doing this just to make things a little bit easier visually to see what's going on. Because if you did try and do it all in the color like I was going to try and do, it gets a little bit confusing. It's visually hard to see what's going on, so I thought I'll do it in pink and blue, so they're quite striking and in your face, and you can actually see the patterns, and just makes it easier for you when you're doing the build. But while we're doing this, I just thought I'd mention, don't forget guys, I've actually got my Twitter channel that's up and running, so make sure you post on there any builds that you're actually doing. I've had a lovely chap called Chicken Nuggets, and he's awesome, and he's been posting some awesome mobs that he's been building, and you should actually check him out because he's, yeah, good little builder, and yeah, he's been showing me what he's doing, which is good because it's inspirational, and obviously it's good to know that people are actually looking at my mob builds and actually building them in their own world. And not only that, he puts his own spin on things as well, which is even better. But anyway, back to the build, and we're going to again repeat what we did on the other side. So we're going to make a nice rectangle, 3 out and then 4 across, okay, 4 long, should I say. There we go. And then remember, we're going to do an invisible, well, not an invisible box, but we're going to imagine there's another box here. Comes out by 4 and then 2 off the side of this one here, like so. And then we're going to go down by 3 and then 1, 2, there we go. So that's 3. And then bring that all the way across with your black terracotta you're using, remember. And this should nicely now link up to the other one that we just, well, the rest of the arm that we sort of brought all the way across, okay? So we just need a few finishing touches and we are done. So again, imagine there's another box here. We'll take out them ones for now. And then down by 3, 1, 2, 3, there we go. And then this should all, imagine there's a box there. This should all nicely now tie in. Wabam! There we go. Sorry, that was a bit of a long-winded, boring process. But don't forget, like I said, if you can do your arms any better than me, then go for it, because I'm not that great. I do try my best, but if you think that you need to put a few different blocks in there to give it a bit more of an angle, then go for it. But yeah, I'm sort of on the fence with these arms because, like I said, they are quite tricky, and you know what it's like trying to build a diagonal sort of nice curved shapes in Minecraft. It's very hard because it's blocky. But we're going to get onto the yellow concrete here. We're going to do a nice little 2 yellow blocks coming from there. So you can just visually see where I've placed them from the chest area there. And then we're going to place a little bit of wool like so. So there we go, 2 concrete, 3 wool we've placed. And then we're going to go back to the yellow concrete. And then all we're going to do is going to bring that from this point here. Oh, not there. What am I doing? From that point there, all the way across like so. Boom, boom. Okay. Simple. I hope you got that. I haven't done many of my pause sections on this one, to be honest with you, because normally, you know what I'm like, I'll put it on pause just to make things a little bit easier for you, but I've gone relatively slow this time, I think, and yeah, I don't think I need to pause it. You guys are master builders by now, so yeah, you don't need me to pause the video, but I mean, if you are struggling, then obviously go ahead back and pause it yourself. And this is what the finished article should look like, or the finished, you know, mob. He looks pretty cool. Arms don't look too bad, but like I said, change him if you need to. But now, so that's them arms. Now let's get on to the ones that are raising, shall we? So we're not actually going to touch the blue square that we previously had. We're going to keep it as it is this time. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring it out by 2 all the way around. So you're going to come out by 2 blocks all the way around the circumference of this square. And just fill that in like so. You should have something looking a little bit like this. And don't forget, you are actually using your black terracotta. You're not using blue. And now we're going to make a little another row of blocks like so, and come out by 2 again. So it's basically like an upside, well, an L on the side, let's say. So like so, okay? Hopefully you're following along nicely. Then we're going to get, I'm just switching colors, make it easier. So we're going to do another 4x4 block on top of that one. And then we're going to sort of bring this up by 1, 2, 3, 4 in total. So we're making another square, 4x4 all the way around, okay? So there we go. This pink is very flashy, isn't it? It's really in your face, this pink. That's why I like using it. It's quite good for demonstrations. Also, the blue is also pretty good as well. But anyway, there we go. Nearly done. So there we go. So you fill all that in again with your black terracotta. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually going to get the black terracotta out myself this time. And I'm actually going to show you, because we do need to build a bit of a pattern on this one. So what you need to do is overhang this by 1 off that pink structure we've already built. And what we're going to do now is we're going to sort of put on the hand sort of sleeve pattern, I guess. So we're going to get out the yellow wool like so, and we're going to place 1 here and 1 like so, and then we're going to come up and then place 2 in that section there like so, and then we're going to bring up this black terracotta. Oh, not yellow. We're going to put black terracotta right there, and then we're going to finish off his hand by placing a little bit of grey like so. There we go. So that's like his little hand, that's his little sleeve. And yeah, once you colour that all in the same colour, it's going to look pretty cool. But first things first, we need to get on and do the other side, because this side is slightly different. So all we're going to be doing here is we're alternating where we're placing the yellow blocks, essentially. So we're placing the 2 yellow blocks down at the bottom there, as you see, and we're going to fill the rest up with clay. And then when we're finally done, we're going to spin on round to the side. I'm not doing any pause sections as well, just because it's, you know, relatively easy, straightforward. So like I said, we're going to now do the same what we did on the first panel, and we're going to place 2 yellow blocks like so, and then a black terracotta, and then finish it up with a bit of clay like so. So that should be the same as the front panel, and this panel, you've guessed it, is the same as the side panel that we just done a second ago. So all in all, it looks alright once it's all done. So there we have it. And what we're going to do now is literally we're going to copy the exact same the exact same, essentially. That's all we're doing. We're doing the exact same, but on the opposite side. So I will sort of, yeah, there you go. It should look something a little bit like this. It looks a bit odd with the 2 different colours, I must admit, but once it's all coloured in, it actually looks alright. So again, we're coming out by 2 along I guess the square we already made earlier on in the video, and we're going to come out all the way 2 all the way like so, and then we're going to do this upside down L, like if you remember, like so. I'm just doing it all in the same color this time, so the L upside down, and then we're going to place on some some more pink here, and we're making a nice 4x4 block on top of the one that we just built like so, and then this should be overhanging by 1 all the way around, looking cool. That's a block placement error there and there. Jeez, I can't place blocks to save my life, can I? And I'm not going to colour all this one in. I'm just sort of giving you the rough outline because you sort of guessed it. You know what's happening. You're going to fill that in with black terracotta. It's going to look pretty epic. Right, so now we go. Get my black terracotta back out. And let's fill this little guy in. And we'll go over the pattern one more time just to make sure you're clear on what's going on. So, from the front, you're now going to get your yellow wool. You're going to place one here, 2 up above like so, and then 1 on the corner. Boom. Easy. And then black terracotta to fill in the little gap just like so. And then clay to finish this little guy off like so. And you're going to do the same of that pattern on the adjacent side to it. And then on this side... Well, we'll do the back first, just so it just don't confuse us. There we go. Going to copy the exact same one across that we just done a second ago, and then the rest should all fall into place very nicely. There we go, looking cool. And then from the side, we're going to knock out the 2 base ones, 2 yellow, and then the rest is going to be filled in with clay. Bish bash bosh. Look at that, looking cool. And then again with the same on the side here, knock out the 2 base ones. 2. And then yeah, fit up, brilliant, done, dusted. There we go. There's your odd looking arms, but it will look a little bit like this once you're done. And like I said, don't forget, if you think my arms don't look too great and you can do a better job at it, then by all means obviously add your spin onto it. You know, that's why I sort of built the mob with no arms to start off with, just so you can see the actual main body part and the colours that are used, and then obviously go to town. You know, if you think you could do a better arm, like I said, put some different arms on there. But yeah, I think mine are okay. I think they can definitely be improved, but I'll leave that up to you. But at the minute, as you can see on the screen, we are actually going through the swirly bits that I've done. And yeah, I've just did a few little pause sections here, just in case you want to do it, because it's a nice little touch added to the Evoker. It just sets it all off, really. Just gives it a bit more detail, rather than just a mob stood there with his arms up in the air. It looks a little bit odd, doesn't it? So at least with these swirly bits on top, it looks like he's actually doing some sort of magic. And if you're feeling brave, why don't you go ahead and try and make the fangs on your mob build? I was going to do it, but I sort of opted against it. I just, thought I'd put the magic particles instead. But anyway, there's your build. I hope you enjoyed that one. Nice and easy one for you to do this week. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.